Dear students, today I am going to give the demonstration of torsional pendulum experiment. So in this experiment, we are going to calculate the moment of inertia and rigidity modulus of the given wire. So this is the experimental setup. So we have a rigid support, a stand, and different materials like we have circular plate, and we have rectangular slab, and we have irregular body. So in irregular body, so one end of a regular portion has been cut, so that we call it as a irregular body. So on this surface of the circular plate, we have also mentioned the mass of the circular plate. We call it as m1, and it is around 1.470 kg, and the radius of the circular plate is also given, and the radius of the circular plate is 7.7 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So similarly, so for rectangular slab, the length of the plate is given. The length is 15 into 10 to the power minus 2 meters, and breadth of the plate is given as 10 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. And also the mass of this rectangular plate is given as 1.050 kg. Okay, so for this irregular body, you are going to calculate the moment of inertia, and also you are going to calculate the rigidity modulus of this given wire. So this wire is connected with two check nuts at the two ends. Okay, these two are called as check nuts, and this wire is connected to two check nuts. So one check nut is fixed to the rigid support, other check nut is connected to the different bodies. As I said, circular plate, rectangular body, and an irregular body. So now we will see the aim of the experiment is to determine the moment of inertia of an irregular body and to calculate the rigidity modulus of the material by the principle of torsional pendulum. And the formula used in the present demonstration is moment of inertia of an irregular body can be calculated I naught is equal to I by t square, which is taken as mean, multiplied by t naught square, kg meter square. So where I naught is the moment of inertia of an irregular body in kg meter square, I is the moment of inertia of the regular body in kg meter square, t is the period of torsional oscillation of the regular body in seconds, t naught is the period of oscillation of an irregular body. So also we can calculate so once we calculate the moment of inertia of an irregular body, so we can now calculate the rigidity modulus of the material of the wire. So we are going to calculate the rigidity modulus of the given wire by using the formula nu is equal to 8 pi L divided by R to the power 4 into I by t square mean, which is measured in Newton per meter square. So where L is the length of the wire in meter, and R, small r, is the radius of the wire in meter. So you should careful that capital R is used for the radius of the circular plate, and small r in calculating the rigidity modulus we use for the radius of this given wire, and this radius of the wire can be calculated by using the screw gauge. So now we are going to fix the one check nut to the rigid support. Okay. So as I said, this wire is connected with two check nuts. So one check nut we are going to fix to the stand, a rigid support. The other check nut is set free. So in this other end, we are going to connect the circular plate. So in this circular plate, we have two axes. One is axis to the center of the circle, and another one we have an axis passing through its diameter. So first we will see the axis which is passing through the center of the circular plate. So before connecting this check nut to the rigid support, you have to connect first the circular plate. So hold the check nut in one hand, in another hand you have to rotate the circular plate till it fits to the check nut. So now the other end is fixed to the rigid support. So now we have fixed the one end of the check nut to the rigid support, the other end we have fixed the regular circular plate. So now to calculate the moment of inertia of the irregular body, we have to calculate first the rotations, the torsional rotations we are going to give to this circular plate. So for that rotations we are going to use the stop clock to measure the number of oscillations per unit time. Okay. So first we have to give a small rotations, so along the axis of this coil, so like this. So before that you have to make a reference point. See, on the circular plate we have different markings, so you can use sketch pen or you can use the chalk to make a reference point on the circular plate, so that if you give one rotation, 2 and 4 rotations, one complete rotations, you have simultaneously have to note down the time taken for one complete rotation. So here we have made a reference point by using a pen here. So now we can give a small rotation to this circular plate, so like this. So if I see this as the reference point, so simultaneously I have to start the stop clock. So when you say one rotation, see, this is the reference point. So if it leaves from its initial position and again comes back to initial position, so we take it as a one complete rotation. For that one complete rotation, how much time it has taken? So like that, for 0 rotation, 0 time. For 5 oscillations, how much time it takes? Okay. Similarly, for 10 rotations, how much time it takes? For 15 rotations, how much time it takes? So we have to note down by using the stopwatch. So now you see the tabular column, how to record these values. See, as I said, for the calculation of